200 here for every Estia Province, blue team. It's lazy with a Warboss. Pretty lazy, it's not moving. You can do it. I believe in you. Wow, and all that. There we go. Durable hero that walks through objects. Fights in melee combat. Has some great offense, disruption, and support from the front lines. This is the Death Skull's elite scheme, I think. With these top knots and that pretty awesome looking Warboss helmet. Can it even see out of this thing? I guess so. It's got some little holes there. Okay. Alongside He-Man, we have two Force Commanders, in fact. First up is He-Man with some Blood Ravens, and we also have ManOfWar with some Dark Angels. These guys fight in melee combat, strong offense, support, can also tank and disrupt. Red team Goblin with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, begins with a refractor field, can also shoot his own fillers in the head, which is handy. And Jamboo as an Inquisitor. Awesome control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons. A little bit of support too. And EFFIL WEESHART, level 17, he's leveled up. Well done. As a Chaos Sorcerer, also known as Z-Talk, I believe this is. With a Chaos Sorcerer, as I said, awesome disruption, offense, and generally causes havoc with his manipulation and stuff on the east side against one of those Force Commanders. Meanwhile, west side, Warboss getting stuck into some guardsmen. Sentinel is there, but does not. Oh, does have the ground pound. Did not ground pound the Warboss, but there's one from the other. Gets those sluggers pretty good. Basically 2v1 there. Where's He-Man? Oh, he's on the east side. 2v1 this side too. One of the Force Commanders getting a bit too deep in and has to retreat. Some early power bashing, or power harassing, I guess. It's only a node, but it's going to go down, I think. Pushing through the mid though, and onto the western power is the Imperial Guard of Jamboo. Where's that Sentinel at? Oh, it's right there, dumbass. A very early 2-1 for red, trying to get a very early triple. Look at this. Might be able to do it as well, because Scout Bolters are not as good as other bolt guns, apparently, because they don't do much damage. Oh, and they got Sniper Rifle now. There we go. Smack. Or rather, pew. So you got the decap, now chases them down, which I guess is smart. And decap's over here. Good early play from Jamboo. Spotted the opportunity and went for it. Got the decap on the power and decap on the VP. Not a lot of players would have done that. Double CSM for EFFIL WEESHART. I'm just going to say that name because it's awesome. With Eternal War on both of them too. 467, 499. Found some action over here. Sentinel gets a good stomp. And Tactical Marines need to run. Force Commanders kind of struggling early on to get their groove going, maybe. I guess they're taking a lot of fire, if nothing else. Now he's in amongst some guardsmen. That's where he wants to be. Special attack misses, though. He's not going to chase him. Come support your Orc allies, Force Commander. Where is your honor? He's off. He is off. Warboss taking a lot of shots. This is a heavy weapon squad with heavy bolter. Orks dropping left and right. Good stomp, allowing the rest to approach it. And Orks are going to be running. Yes, they are. Can they get through on the power again and really shut this side down? Their approach play has been pretty good, but it's easy to get close to a single opponent when you're 2v1, I suppose. Well, easier, let's say. Spotters on the field for Jamboo. Help deal with the looters of Lazy and generally deal with ranged stuff like those Tactical Marines. ManOfWar with an assault squad. He-Man with 2 scouts. Here's the assault squad. There's a jump. Do you have a stomp? There's a stomp. Gets them. And a counter jump from Raptors here. And those guys need to run the hell away. Sniper scouts will help put pressure on the Sentinel, but they're kind of fragile. These guys getting down to 1 model, having to retreat off. Iron Halo up here for He-Man. Goes down instantly, also getting the Power Sword. Artificer already up. Raptors jumping in. An aggressive counter push here by the red team. They might even get through onto that eastern power. The western has been rebuilt for the blue team. And we're full all around for the red. This one is also full. Might get hit here though. Is that the Holy Brazier I see? It is. For the Inquisitor, gives her a power melee weapon and Holy Pyre, which is pretty damn good. Some area denial there. Assault Squad. Do you really want to jump here right now, fellas? Might want to edge the Devastators up a little bit more. Scouts are here to take shots. There's the jumper. They're going for it. There's the initiation. Assault Squad great at starting fights for you. The disruption is just so useful. Holy Pyre goes down, but Raptors nevertheless are forced to retreat. Double CSM still in play. Inquisitor still in play for right now. Well, she's taking a lot of damage. Might have to run. There you go. Multi-laser turret should get dealt with pretty easily. Force Commander can just get in and melee it down. They can't fire on him. West side, Warboss is getting repurchasing himself. He's pissed. Still got looters, still got the double shooters, still got the sluggers though. And Burner's up on his guys. Did they get some power back? I don't think so. Lord Commissar chasing him down. Oh, gets a kill immediately. He's got his Carapace. Makes his Inspired Courage better. 367, 499. Some Daka, a War banner going up. Commissar's in there to mix things up. Warboss, are you going to fight? What are you doing, my friend? There we go. Look how much damage those sluggers took from that special attack. Wow. That's with his default weapon as well. Commissar always surprises me with how much damage he does. Out the gate kind of thing. Runners away. Is he going to get away? Oh, these guys weren't in position to dack up. That would have finished him off, I think, if they were. Would have been close, but I think they would have got him. Meanwhile, east side, blue team are all up on this power here. Raptors jumping, getting rid of the Devastators. Almost got them all. Well, I guess not. There's still 2 models remaining. They're pretty low, though. Yeah, Raptors getting counter jump now. How do you like that? Down to 1 model. Needing to bash the node to get their power back. Oh, the red team. They must have been set back for a while there. There's that Holy Pyre again. And there's the Hammer of the Witches. Oh, maybe not. She seemed to be using it. And cancelled out of it herself, maybe. Maybe that was her animation still for the Holy Pyre going off. She had her arms out. Usually means you're going to get a Hammer of the Witches to your face. Orks doing well. Having been 2v1 a couple of times lazy, he didn't panic. Kept his stuff intact and is now making progress on the west side. Getting through. Having a look at the power. I don't think he's got it. He did take down that Sentinel. Everyone thinking about or already going tier 2 aside from He-Man, who is floating. There we go. Now he goes tier 2. These Marines trying to cap as they take fire. Is he paying attention? That is the question. They're going for some heavy cover, are they? Or to force close combat? I think they are going to get into some fisticuffs. Nope, they just want to flame them from up close and watch them burn to death. These... Oh, why aren't you capping, fellas? Didn't like the look of it. Didn't like the look of the Greenskins coming at you. East side, Force Commander gets away. Fully kitted out here, He-Man. Still level 1. Goblin with some Ogrins. There's that raptor jump. Maybe don't want to engage the Force Commander though when he's got Battle Cry available. Even with his chainsword, his default chainsword, he's going to knock you over and piss you off. Assault Squad dealt with. We have the Rod of Warp Fire giving you Warp Fire. Some nice on-demand disruption. Can also do a fair chunk of damage if you hit it just right. Much like his Doom Bolts. Sometimes they will hit them just right and they just tear things apart. Uh-oh, Force Commander might go down here. Heretics on retreat path and the Sorcerer got a hit in. He does have Artificer, so he was regenerating some health there, but does go down. I think a Doom Blast finished him off. Spotters dropping their smoke to shut down the Devastators. Keeping the pressure up. Keeping the pressure up, and they're killing models too. Oh, killed out and wiped out those scouts there. Can they bash something? Maybe not. Here comes an Assault Squad. Yeah, needs to retreat out. Nothing he can have really done there. with tactical marines following up, especially Ogrins on the field. These guys with heavy melee weapons, which are just their guns. They're ripper guns. They just smack you with them so hard that it's a heavy melee weapon. And they can also shoot and actually do some decent DPS, those guns. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use Ogrins actually in range stance. They usually just get shots as they chase stuff and as they close the distance, but I wonder if they just stood and shot stuff, how they would do against like tactical marines or a shooter squad or something. Dreadnought on the field for ManOfWar. Already has an assault cannon. See a lot of players going for a quick assault cannon on the dreadnoughts these days. Keep them in melee. You've got 2 Ogrins to deal with, you've got Raptors to deal with. Why would you not keep those melee weapons up? At least for a little while. No Thunderhammers. Yet, down go those scouts. Nice assassination there from the Raptors. Got in, killed and got out. Pushing against the power though is the blue team in numbers here with a Dreadnought in tow. And we don't have, I don't think, any kind of dedicated anti-vehicle. I guess the Raptors with their power fist could do some work. This force commander was let to run in by ManOfWar, which was a mistake. We do have the Ogrins, and here they are flanking under infiltration. Inquisitor using Interrogator's armor to hide those fellas. I'm not sure exactly how you hide an Ogrin. Stuff them into a Land Raider is all I can think of. But they are ripping apart this Dreadnought now. And the Raptors are there. This thing's going down. He pushed it way, way, way too far forward. It was like here. Why was it here to bash the gens? Could have been back here. Might have got away from the Raptors at least. Maybe. I mean, it still probably would have gone down with the hidden Ogrins there. Such is the life of a walker often in a 3v3. Doesn't last very long. Red team in the ascendancy here. Blue team reeling. Oh, look at this. We have a Terminator Force Commander. We were wondering why He-Man wasn't getting any war gear. This is why he wanted to get this thing. Costs 65 power now in 2.8, up from 50 power and 100 requisition, I think. Or is it 200? Maybe it's 200. That is a Chimera. No Bane Wolf then for Jamboo. Nice hit from the Weird Boy on the Ogre. Stop them in their tracks. But they're going to get their hands on these sluggers, knocking them over with Use Your Red. Warp Vomit now, though. Smart, I think. Wait for the Ogrins to actually engage before you use it. Could have been a little bit sooner, because that means that the sluggers are right there to get damage in. Can they get away? They can. Weird Boy doing some good work, but needs to escape. Throws out his zap and needs to run. There we go. Oh, shooters went down. Look how depleted the blue team are now. Can they come back from this? 326 to 376. Just been a little bit sloppy here and there, and it's kind of added up to some losses here. Tier 3 for both of the Force Commanders, the only players that are in Tier 3. Can they get something big and scarier? ManOfWar is not that far off getting some Terminators. There's a hell of a lot for them to deal with, especially since these guardsmen are starting to get plasma guns going. And that's like 28 or something DPS plasma with all 3 of them. You get 3 plasma guns per squad, which is pretty good. Then you got 2 squads. Raptors have done superbly well. And used them really well. Has EFFIL WEESHART. Decent plasma cannon hit. Can those guys get out of that garrison safely though? Can the Terminator Force Commander get away? The only Terminator that can retreat, if you don't count the Brother Captain and the Chaos Lord and stuff. And the Terminator Librarian, I guess, can retreat. There's a few of those cowards around. Stormtroopers with assault kit. Hotshot las guns with even longer range on those things. Warboss is capping. He's got a Power Claw, Cyborg Implants, and the Boss Pole. Only has a Weird Boy though. Other than that, goes Tier 3. Got a nuke available, I think. Yep. Orks passively get their red resource, which is why you saw it tick up there, because they use it a lot in a lot of their abilities. 240 to 376. Terminator's getting some power fists on this Sorcerer, who binds them in chains and runs the hell away. Which was good. That plasma cannon doing some work. Covering the power hit. Wow, how did you survive? That guy is tough. Can they get this plasma cannon out here? These markers need to see I'm actually doing some decent damage. You're certainly not invulnerable when you're inside a garrison. It's actually worse cover than heavy cover is. And it's overshooting everything because of the increased elevation. It's being ripped up here. It's going to go down, surely. It does go down. Terminator Force Commander going for the heavy flamer. I guess makes sense against double guardsmen, but not the most efficient way to take down heavy infantry. Although still pretty damn damaging. Stone Guard veterans run the hell away at the sight of Ogrins starting to infiltrate themselves. Here we go. Oh, the Terminator's teleported out. They would have... Oh, well, they're still chasing. Look at the speed here. Surprisingly quick, these Ogrins. Getting some melee attacks on. They should be okay, though. They're going to get some support soon from the Force Commander. Stone Guard veterans also need to help. We have some Vanguard veterans for ManOfWar. And a Predator tank. It's a good map for tanks. Lots of open space. Not too many areas where they path strangely. As long as you're paying attention, of course. Ogrins dealt with. Up to level 2. What about these fellas? Also level 2. Doing well so far. The Commissar has his Aura of Discipline, which is great for keeping your Ogrins healed up. And a Xenos Power Claw, which he took off some other Warboss, I suppose. Must have been a small Warboss, though, because look how small the claw is. Maybe a particularly ambitious mech boy was making it or something. There's that cyborg implant stomp to help deal with those Ogrins. It's a pretty good anti-melee piece of war gear. And he's got a Knob Squad to help deal with them by, you know, sinking axes into their foreheads. Teleport a relay beacon from the Chimera's mobile base upgrade. Tears it down to try and get away, but does not get away. Because Knob Squads can headbutt your vehicles to death. There's user choppers and Ardboys. He's buffing the hell out of them to go up to these Ogrins. Ogrins standing up reasonably well. And Guardsmen getting plasma gun shots in, but with Ardboys up, Knobs are going to be tough to deal with. Does he have Boss Pole as well? Does. So these Knobs have even more hit points than they would normally. Look at that. Almost 5,000 at level 1. That is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. You can get even more, of course, if you do the Pain Boy surgery to get the extra 10%. And then, of course, they can level up. Here we go. Up to almost 5,500 at level 2. Pretty gnarly. And they take out the Ogrins completely. Misplay there from Goblin, I think. Should have got them out there sooner. I guess he thought with the Commissar in there and these plasma guns in there, but the Warboss was just buffing the hell out of those guys. They didn't even drop a model. That is crazy. Having to flee now. Blue team pushing the east side. Terminator Force Commanders in there. What about... Oh, we have 2 Terminator Force Commanders, do we? I guess so. This guy's actually moved back over to his hero slot on the UI there. That's how much stuff He-Man has lost. He's going to bash those gens pretty damn well with that flamer. Look at that. That's crazy bashing. Crazy, crazy bashing. Blue team losing the west side. But doing some good bashing on the east and going after the natural here, as you can see. Weird Boy getting too close to some angry Ogrins. Flash kits. Get in their blasters. They will do good damage to Ogrins. And they have a bunch of piercing damage with their Snaz guns too. Red team are, I think, going to finish this cap. But there's a lot of guardsmen for those flash kits to shoot. They should be able to do this. Warboss can't charge in without his angry bits. There's the cap. Don't think it's going to last too long though, but it did get the natural. They had a very, very brief double, I think, there, the blue team. Predator tank is still doing well for ManOfWar. Has a lot of resources too. He might be waiting for Terminators. I mean, he can afford them right now. Maybe he's saving up for a Land Raider instead. I was thinking maybe Terminators are on cooldown, but he doesn't actually have any yet. It's He-Man that has some. 161 to 307. Lord Commissar on the warpath. Has he found a Predator tank? He has, but can't stand up to it, I don't think. Assault Cannon Terminator is actually suppressing him there, and he goes down. Another slightly sloppy loss there from Goblin. Should have just retreated off. Tried to tie up the Terminators. Land Raider Phobos from EFFIL WEESHART, level 17. Let's not forget. He's level 17 now. Red Boy's done really well, almost level 3. This is the Warp Head, which gives you the Foot of Gork. And a bunch more energy. Look at that damage. Up to 225 Plasma Cannon. It says up to, because I imagine it's full damage in the center and scales down as you go out. Much like a frag grenade. Lots of Daka. Flash kits are heavy infantry, so as you can see, taking big chunks of damage from those plasma guns. Blue team, though, have the west side, and Goblin might need some help in retaking it. How these players are going to maneuver themselves, though, as we get into the end game. Land Raider Redeemer is on the way from ManOfWar, which could be the difference here. The Phobos is up. What other anti-vehicle do we see? We see Ogrins. We see Raptors, I suppose. Not a whole lot else. Inquisitor can get her Inferno pistol. Oh, she has it. She has it. And we do have the Xenos Power Claw. Raptors jumping in, instantly retreating out. Big fight brewing here. Excruciators on those Terminators, allowing them to dance, but not walk. And now Ogrin's on them. There's the teleport. I guess they can't teleport out of Excruciators either. Last Cannon getting shots. As you can see, there's the Dirge Casters to shut down the Terminator Force Commander momentarily. And debuff him too. Big fight here. Warboss getting a good flank. Might be able to chase down the Phobos. It's not going to last long, I don't think. Knob Squad there. Warboss there. Tank is there. Dirge Caster has been used. It's going to fall, surely. Down it goes. The rocket run. Too late to save the Land Raider Phobos. And that's a big victory for Blue Team. They have their own Land Raider. Took out the enemy Land Raider. And their Land Raider is way better at supporting an entire army. That thing's basically on mobile base. Here comes some Terminators. 6k. Oh, he's talking about his knobs. Yep, 6,000 hit points and he's level 3 knobs now when they are near the boss pole. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Oh, that was just the spotters, was it? Yeah. Oh, maybe it was the Sovo Skull? No, she's down. I think it was the spotters using their, hey, let me look at this place ability. Level 5 Sorcerer does have Tome of Subjugation. And of course the Knob Squad will be a prime target for that. Might even be able to turn them on their allied Land Raider. Not sure why the Raptors jumped then. You can't suppress Terminators. But they're in there. And Marco Zink CSM doing some good damage here. Will the Raptors escape with their lives? Looks like they will. Sorcerer has no energy left. Needs to run away. 161, 178. Rocket run again. But not too bad. Orks can just retreat back to the Land Raider there. What's going on mid? Manticore getting really close to a fellow with a Power Fist. Looks like it's going to be okay. does have a heavy bolter on front to defend itself. 161 to 165 on the VPs. It's very, very close. Smite thrown out. This guy on the field to help support those Terminators, I imagine. These guys standing and trading pretty well, as you might expect, against Guardsmen, even with those plasma guns. We do have some Kassakin though, and that is a big chunk of plasma damage. Oh, some subjugated Terminators. Getting them back into trouble. I guess they've already used their teleport, or Z-Talk would be using it here. And now Chains of Torment and lots of firepower from the Marquezine CSM. More Terminators coming in. Actually deep striked right into the robes of the Chains of Torment there. So one Terminator squad falls. Good play from EFFIL WEESHART. Setting it up nicely with a Terminal Subjugation, Chains of Torment, and tons of Inferno Bolts. These fellas, these Assault Terminators, unique to the Force Commander with those shields and Thunder Hammers, pretty damn useful. West side seems safe right now for blue. Red have nicked this though, thanks to the Inquisitor. She's got her mandate. Good for capping and good for closing the distance too, since it also increases her speed. By 3, as you can see. She can zip around. Where is she going? I don't know. Inquisitors do weird stuff. For the Emperor and all that. That was a foot of Gork. Seems like it was in between those two blobs of infantry though. I guess they saw it and dodged it. 151 to 123. Blue team looking pretty good, mostly because of this Land Raider on the west side. And 2 Nob squads that can retreat back to it. This is going to be so tough. These guys up to 66, 27 hit points when they are near that boss pole. Crazy, crazy stuff. Please get the pain boy up and give them some surgery. Lazy has almost maxed out the red resource too. So if anything does seem dicey over here, you can just drop some rocks on them from orbit. That was a Infinity Gate, whatever it's called. Gate of Infinity, there we go. Getting those Terminators out of trouble. Speaking of a Terminator in trouble, Forcemanner runs into Ogrins and regrets it. Can they push through the mid here, the red team? I think they can. Are they going to move the Land Raider to support? They got to move the Orks, surely. Oh, there's an Imperial Abyss. Slightly too late from Z-Talk there. Slightly too late. Oh no. Looks like the Ork killed some friendly Assault Marines at some point. Maybe it was a weird boy foot of Gork or something. I'm not sure. I didn't see it. Miss everything. Librarian's down, by the way. Oh, one Librarian was down. I didn't even notice he went down. Here's another one for He-Man. I'm good at replays, you guys. Oh, here's a dead Assault Marine. Maybe they died over here. But the tank barely lives. 22 hit points. Get some scouts up to repair it. There you go. And yeah, that's the only repair unit on the field for the blue team. So that's going to take a while. That assault cannon really does suppress quite quickly, doesn't it? 2-1 cap for blue. Still looking pretty damn strong here. Might be able to just see this out. Man, what a strange game. He-Man and ManOfWar seem to lose so much stuff, but they came back so freaking strong late game. With all the Terminators, and yet more Terminators now for He-Man. Alongside Knobs, I mean, how do you deal with that? You see how fast they're moving with the, what is it called? Warpath, there we go. Good luck stopping that. That's crazy. You suppress them, they just all pop frenzy. 145 to 24. Lightning claws for these assault terminators. I don't think they're going to need it, but they did need to look after the natural VP, the blue team. Don't lose sight, fellas. Some sneaky guardsmen getting some capping in the back lines there. Oh no, Terminator's got their lightning claws out just as they went after the Manticore. I suppose they're going to teleport out here. Maybe. There's a Rocks on base. Takes out the Manticore in one strike. These Terminators might not live though. That's kind of sloppy. Maybe he thinks it's a one game. And he may be correct. That's some dark flames. I thought that was a nuke, but it would have been blue if it was. Or purple or whatever that colour is. I'm not good with colours. Down goes the Terminator Force Commander. Yet more Terminators might go down here, but blue team have the double cap. Being very blasé with their Terminator lives. I guess they've kept things back. Yep, there's the double and there's the victory. Blue team pulling it out after a really topsy-turvy game. The Land Raider really stabilised things on this west side, alongside double knobs and the supportive Warboss. I mean, what are you going to do? I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments saying knobs are overpowered. It's just 3v3s, you guys. Big, tough tier 3 infantry with the support of 3 armies can often seem overpowered in the team game. You have a level 3 Lord Commissar with a level 7 Inquisitor, level 6 Sorcerer did some good hijinks with his subjugation and stuff, level 8 Warboss, and of course those 2 Terminator Force Commanders. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.